And we're learning new details tonight in the deadly Lake Tahoe boating accident just last month that killed a DoorDash executive and 7 of his family members and friends. ABC 10's Becca Habecker joins us live in studio with a look at the new report on the investigation that was just published hours ago.
Yeah, Alex, the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, released its preliminary report today on that June 21st incident. Among new details, we're learning a potentially fatal decision to head back into stormy waters after seeking shelter in Emerald Bay. A sudden, severe, and unexpected storm popped up over Lake Tahoe on Saturday, June 21st, as 37-year-old DoorDash executive Josh Pickles, pictured here with his wife, Jordan Sugar Carlsgard, was aboard a boat with family and friends. His wife and baby daughter had stayed on shore that day. On Wednesday, the NTSB released its preliminary report on what happened, saying 10 people were aboard a 28-foot, 12-seater, $400,000 Chris Craft Launch 28 GT. It was a beautiful, clear day when the party took off toward Emerald Bay near D.L. Bliss State Park, where they anchored for an hour or so. But then this severe storm hit the lake, and the boat's owner decided to try and go back to the marina. However, after getting underway, the winds, rain, and waves increased, and he decided to return to Emerald Bay. After about 10 minutes, the operator made a second attempt to return to the marina. According to one of the 2 survivors, that's when the boat encountered marble-sized hail and waves 8 to 10 feet high. At one point, a particularly large wave overtook the boat. Shortly after, the boat rolled over to starboard and the passengers entered the water. The survivor recalled that it started snowing after the boat rolled over while the people were in the water.
Cold water shock can cause involuntary gasping. So if somebody accidentally ended up in the water unintentionally, this could cause things like loss of muscle control and other things that make it impossible to swim and stay afloat.
Melissa Miranda is boating education and outreach manager with California State Parks. She encourages all boaters to wear life jackets.
If you're wearing a life jacket and end up in cold water, your chances of survival are going to be better.
One of the 2 survivors was wearing a life jacket. The other was clutching one. They were rescued by a hiker and State Parks lifeguard. In response to the NTSB report, a spokesperson for Josh Pickles' family sent ABC 10 a statement saying, "The NTSB report confirms the deep tragedy of this accident, which claimed the lives of Josh Pickles, his father, mother, uncle, and friends. Jordan Sugar Carlsgard is profoundly thankful for the rescue efforts made by so many first responders and Good Samaritans in this tragic situation." As for boating safety on Lake Tahoe, Justin McHenry, aquatic specialist with State Parks, says keep in mind the water temperature.
Despite a summer day, it might be 80, 90 degrees of the air temp. The water temperature in Tahoe rarely exceeds like 65, even in the warmest of the fall months. When you're approaching water recreation, you need to do so with the water temperature in mind, having appropriate layers and the appropriate way to warm up folks that were in the water when they come back aboard.
State law requires anyone under 13 to wear a life jacket. And new this year, State Parks says anyone operating a motorboat in California is required to have their California Boater Card. That takes successfully passing an approved safe boating course, then applying for the card and paying a one-time $10 fee. More info at californiaboatercard.com. Alex.